Okay, we're back. Let's just zoom all the way out and put the camera as close as possible. And maybe turn the light on. There we go. You can actually see. Hooray! Right. We are now having even more issues with this rig. The first one being that this questionable TPM module arrived from China, and while plugging it in doesn't actually do anything, enabling it does. For those wondering, how are you supposed to get TPM 2.0 to work on a motherboard from 2008? You're not really supposed to be able to. But the issue is, in order for this TPM module to be enabled in BIOS, you need to enable VT-D, which is direct IO virtualization. It's a security feature. If you enable that, you can't make it to Windows. So it's a known issue on this board. So I'm going to have to give up on the TPM module entirely. Yeah, we have to give up on TPM. It was just a fun little experiment. Oh, this has a TPM header. I wonder what would happen if I plug something into it. Well, you can't make it to Windows. So if I just go into the BIOS and disable the settings that are stopping me from going to Windows, then I can show you the problem we're having actually using this PC now. Yeah, Intel VT-D, virtualization for direct I/O access. You need to enable that in order for the TPM port to be turned on and detected in Windows. And if you do that, you can't make it to Windows. Now, where was it? It was in... Was it in APM? No, it wasn't hardware monitor. I changed some... Oh, here it is. ACPI 2.0. I turned that on, and then suddenly we couldn't boot. Can we boot now? Please? I would like to boot. I would very much like to make it to Windows. It's restarting. Okay. Didn't kill it yet. We didn't kill it yet. Preparing automatic repair. No! I don't want automatic repair. I fixed the issue, I think. There's nothing wrong with the PC. Just let me get to Windows. Yeah. Can I please, advanced options, go to Windows 10. Just go to Windows. While this stream is probably going to be mostly troubleshooting this PC, this isn't the problem we need to troubleshoot. Windows booting isn't the issue. Whether or not I can get two 580s to work at the same time, in or outside of SLI, that's the issue. I might very well have to reflow that card. I don't want to, because it's a whole thing, but we'll try cleaning it, and then we might have to go a step further. Where did my signal go? Whoa. Do we not make it to Windows anymore? What? Okay, new problem. Never mind. We actually can't make it to Windows right now. How? Why? What happened? What happened? This was booting. Then I messed around with TPM. Don't mess around with TPM. Lesson learned. Don't make me reinstall Windows. Startup repair couldn't. Hold on. I'm going to go into safe mode and uninstall the graphics driver. It may very well just be an issue with the graphics driver. We messed around with SLI and we had some issues with the graphics. It's possible that the GPU driver corrupted itself. It's unlikely, but it's possible. $24 gigs of RAM is such a strange number. Can we start safe mode with networking so I can get DDU installed? What a jewel! In what context? Because I have a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards across the room and I'm always down to duel. Okay. It boots in safe mode, so it's definitely a driver issue, probably a graphics issue. So let's get DDU and let's see what happens. Oh. I can't get online without... Damn it. Okay, just... Device manager. Can I enable this? Windows cannot initialize because the driver... Yeah, okay. I would like to... Sword combat. Ooh. I don't know how to fence, so it's probably a bad issue. A bad idea, rather. Okay, display adapters. Can I just uninstall this driver? Yeah, let's just uninstall the driver while the PC is on. It's almost certainly what the problem is. What? rtwlanu.sys. rtwlanu. Driver unloaded. Driver unloaded. What? What the hell is RTWLANU? I have never seen that error. Ever. I've seen a lot of blue screens. I have never seen that one. What's happening is, after trying to use two 580s in SLI a few hours ago, this PC no longer works. That's what's happening. The PC is just all kinds of effed right now because I dared to try and use SLI. Although that's apparently fixed it. Uninstalling the driver gets us back to Windows. Okay, good. So does reinstalling the driver fix the issue? Or have I actually damaged the working 580 by trying to use the new 580? I really hope that's not the case. Can I close MSI Afterburner, please? No? Ugh. It's not letting me do anything right now. It's just stuck. Okay, there's Wi-Fi. I want to close MSI After... Oh, for crying out loud. Fine. We'll just sit here and watch. Why am I signed out again? I signed in manually 4 hours ago. There's no way you've revoked my access in 4 hours. Doesn't make any sense. Right, this PC, Downloads. No, it's not in my downloads. NVIDIA display driver. Windows cannot access the file. Oh, crying out loud. Run as administrator. Oh my, Windows is not allowed to touch this file. Windows isn't allowed to touch this file. There is a setup exe, but because it's in a protected folder, I'm not allowed to touch it. Oh, okay. Okay. Device manager. Display adapters. Update driver. Search automatically. Search for no, not on Windows Update. Update driver. Browse. Oh, I've already done this before. Okay. Have I had an issue with this graphics card loading the driver before? I don't know. I've been working on this video for over a month. I think it's been 2 months, actually. It's been a while. I should put some music on in the background. This is going to take a while. You know what? That's a thing. I have a rather expensive hi-fi system and a large collection of music. Let's put some music on. Okay, not at full volume, but yes, I will put some music on in the background. I can turn it up more than that. Why is this taking so long? I don't think this is working. Oh, can't be cancelled. Yeah, it can. Oh, never mind. Hello? Guys? What the hell? Installing the graphics driver kills this PC. Using SLI has actually broken 2 graphics cards. How? It restarted again. Yep. Okay. We have a problem. We have a problem. What? How does using SLI break 2 graphics cards? Okay. Okay. Oh, I screwed this one in now. Do I actually have to buy 760s in order to make this video? Do I actually have to buy something that isn't Fermi? Right. Let me try the other 580, just to make sure I'm not going mad. Although that probably happened years ago. Right. Oh, now this one works. This one wasn't working 5 hours ago. Does it make it to Windows? Okay, the driver hasn't loaded, but we are in Windows. Right. The driver isn't on, but we made it to Windows. That's fine. Oh. The basic driver is on. I don't think the NVIDIA driver isn't actually loaded, but the computer knows what this is now. Okay. Let's just give NVIDIA a second. The NVIDIA app or the NVIDIA control panel should initialize by itself, although I can manually load it. Where's N in the alphabet when I want it? Oh, okay. You don't actually think I have an NVIDIA GPU? What? Oh. Oh. No drivers are installed for this device. It won't. Oh, what? Ooh, that did something. Now, there we go. It recognized what it was, but it didn't actually install the driver. That's weird. Right. NVIDIA is running. Right. If this card makes it through Firestrike, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay? If this card makes it through Firestrike, there's nothing wrong with it, and we can move on to the other card. Okay, I put it on random, but it's apparently playing something in French. What CD is this? Hi, welcome to the stream. We're 20 minutes in, and so far we have managed to get to the Windows desktop, which is good progress considering we started with a machine that wouldn't boot. Now I just want to know if this graphics card even works. No, seriously, what CD am I playing right now? This is French. I don't speak French. It's not a bad song, actually. That was interesting. Okay, so this runs. Why is the benchmark running? Fuck off. Okay. Temperatures are reasonable. The clock speed is where it should be. No, this is GTX 580s. Not RX 580s. Nothing new. These are GTX 580s from 2010. Oh no. I should change the title actually. I can't do that from my phone. Really? Really? Okay. I can't do that from my phone. Okay, no, seriously, what CD is this? This is AI generated. This is AI generated. What CD is this? It's pretty good, actually, for AI. Yeah, but it's definitely Sora. This is definitely Sora. I don't think there's anything wrong with this graphics card. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this one. Oh, that wasn't right. Okay, I'm going to take that one apart and repaste it. Yeah, 45, 42. That's about what you should get for a 580. Right. I will repaste that one, but not right now. This is French. Okay, no, I want to know what CD this is. Screw it. What CD is this? Random Ass Songs November 2025. Okay. Oh, this CD player has a resume function. Cool. Learn something new about that CD player every time I use it. And it rebooted absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with this 580. So there's something wrong with the PC or there's something wrong with the other one. Oh, hooray. Right, back to this. Wow, that's hot. Yeah. That is hot. This is not dissipating much heat. Oh, wow. No. The thing is just toasted. Were the fans even spinning? I need to check that when I turn it on next. That thing is boiling hot to the touch. Right, that is in. I've double checked. I need the adapter. This one has a dead HDMI port. For some reason, I don't have a DVI cable. This monitor accepts DVI. I just don't have one. Oh, it's DisplayPort as well. I don't have one of those. The only DisplayPort cable I have is in my gaming rig. I need it. You know what? While we're testing this one, let's repaste the other one. You could bake a pizza on that. That is really hot. Have we not made it to Windows? No, it's crashed. I think there's something wrong with this 580 now. Pizza baking strip. Yeah, on the back of a GTX 580. Has this actually crashed? Do I need to reflow this graphics card a third time? It's already been reflowed twice. First when I bought it, and the second time when it started having issues with the HDMI. But no, that HDMI port is actually dead. This is more French. This is Despacito. This is a French cover of Despacito. Why do I have this on a CD? And why is it good? No. Yeah, that's dead. I'm putting on a normal CD after this one. Normal, quote unquote. Nothing's normal in life. Okay, now we're in Windows, but the driver isn't. What resolution is this? 1280 by 1024. Okay. Can I have some mouse cable, please? Oh, that's weird. Let's just give it a minute. Oh, okay. We're in Windows and the driver is loaded and it hasn't crashed. So, is this graphics card bad? What is going on? This graphics card wasn't working and now it's fine. But then this one stopped working and now it's fine. If we make it through 3D Mark, I guess it's fine. What? If this ends up being a motherboard issue, I am going to be really annoyed. This motherboard isn't cheap. I mean, it's not as bad as a 3 gig 580, but... Oh. That is interesting. Right. Do you make it through Firestrike? Come on. Make it through Firestrike. Come on. So both 580s work perfectly fine. What? This is Britney Spears. What did I do to this CD rather? The goal is just to see what the ultimate 2010 gaming rig could have been, because I didn't have a gaming PC in 2010. So I want to know, if I had had unlimited funds, what is the best PC I could have built in 2010? In theory, I'm building it right now, but it's not going well. Why is there Britney Spears on this CD? What have I done to this CD? It's a cover of Britney Spears, but it's still a Britney Spears song. Oh. Was I drunk when I made this CD? Or high? Was I high when I made this CD? SLI support is dead, both driver and hardware. However, this card came out in 2010 when SLI was a big thing. So it's still more than possible to do it. You just need really old drivers and really old games. Right now we're only running with one graphics card though, so I'm trying to find out if they both actually work. Right, where is my screwdriver? Zoom back out. Let's take this graphics card apart now that it's cooled down. Yep, that is 1 point faster. Margin of error. Right, both graphics cards work. Yet, when I started the stream, neither of them worked. And then they both came back to life on their own, which makes no sense. But fine. Fine. Let's just get Valley running so that we have a stress test to see if this graphics card dies. The Age of Miracles is not over. Yeah, okay, sure. It would be a miracle if either of the GTX 583 gigs I bought turned up. One of them has disappeared in shipping, and I am waiting for a refund because it was insured. The other one, I am pretty sure I have been scammed. So I'm waiting for eBay to get involved and refund me. Neither of those graphics cards were cheap. This is another French song. This. What is it saying? I know I said I don't speak French. I actually do speak some. I have no idea what it's saying. How much does a GPU from 2010 usually go for? Okay. A regular 1.5 gig GTX 580, you can get those for about 40 to 50 British pounds in working condition. That's how much I paid for this one. For the 3 gigabyte version, which is a very rare version of this graphics card, they go from 170 to 350 British pounds. And I paid over 200 for the two that I ordered each. One of them is not appearing. One of them just doesn't turn up. And the other one, as I said, I think I've been scammed. eBay is hopefully investigating because I want my money back. And you're probably thinking, that's a lot of money. Yes, it is. I actually spent more than my rent on those two cards. Does this use the same screws for everything? So there's a reason that the most recent post on this channel's page is an appeal for donations. I am in a negative balance on my bank account right now. I have had to list basically every spare component I own on Facebook Marketplace in the hopes that I can afford food. Now, you might be thinking, how has that happened? Why did you buy two cards that you can't afford? You see, I budgeted as if I only bought one of them because I was originally only going to buy one of them. And then apparently I bought a second one without thinking. What is this song even about? If I Were a Man. That's not Beyonce's If I Were a Boy. What is this song? Okay, this graphics card doesn't want to come apart. I haven't missed any screws. Except for that one. Oh, no, that one does catch. Okay. Okay. Now, I say that buying both of those graphics cards put me in hardship and I can't afford food. That's not true. Buying other things has caused that. But if you want to support the channel, I am accepting donations. Come on. Come on. Come on. Have I missed the screw? No. It's just 17-year-old stuction. 17-year-old stuction. Why can't I get this apart? Oh! There we go. There we go. Aha! Oh my god, that's a lot of thermal pads. That is a lot of thermal pads. Okay. Let's give you a good view. Remember when graphics cards had heat spreaders like CPUs do? Yeah, they used to do that. Oh wow, that is so dry. That is so dry. Okay, this needed doing. GF110375A1. That is an old graphics card. This wet wipe is completely dry, but it's doing its job. I'll get a fresh one. I will get a fresh one. Didn't I use one earlier? No? Oh, it's my last one. It's the last of my Noctua branded wet wipes. No. I don't care. I could just buy some isopropyl alcohol. Oh, this is actually a good song. Okay. It's in French, but I know this one. You know, I think the GPU cooler did a pretty good job of keeping the dust out of here. This is pretty clean. Okay, well, let's get some tweezers and get the rest of the dust. Come on. Come on. It's just surface dust mostly. Okay, well, thermal paste. No, the one I got scammed on, I think it's a shipping scam. The shipping details don't accept my postcode to unlock the tracking information. And looking at the shipping details under methods, bypassing certain security features so I can see the shipping details, they were all shipped before I actually purchased the card. So I think the scam is they've sold me something that doesn't actually exist. I imagine that they will just disappear with my money now. Where's my thermal paste? Where is my thermal paste? This graphics card arrived today, and it's gone from working to not working, back to working to overheating. I'm just repasting it so that it maybe stays working. Okay, where's my good thermal paste? I found my bad thermal paste. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you try and buy a rare collector's item. People out there want to scam you. Right, this is some Noctua NTH2, which is really good thermal paste. And if you buy a big tube, it comes with alcohol wipes. Is that actually lined up? Yeah, perfect. I can zoom in a little. No, I can't. I'm not centered at all. There we go. I need a new magnet. The magnet on this screwdriver is really weak. Used to be pretty good, but that was probably 15 years ago. Rare earth magnets aren't supposed to lose their magnetic attraction. No, I know, but this one just isn't good at being a magnet anymore. There is no retention plate for pressure. Like, that one has one, and most other graphics cards I've worked on have one, but there's no springs, there's no pressure. That's interesting. I mean, if it works, then fine, but why would Palette design it that way? Is this fadey? I think it is. Oh, I just dropped that screw. No. What are these screws? M3 by 6, M3 by 5. I have these screws. Oh, those screws go deep. Why are you cross-threading? What the hell? Right, note to self, buy a magnet. Buy a screwdriver. Wow. Would help if I'd actually slept at all recently. I've been awake since 2 a.m. It would have steadier hands if I had slept recently. Why am I working on a graphics card with no sleep? I just spent 3 hours repairing a Windows 11 installation on a client of mine, for a client of mine, free of charge. So, yeah, I'm working on this because I have needs to feel good about things. I need to feel good about this. I need to go to bed knowing this thing works, okay? 3 hours of unpaid labor reinstalling Windows and putting all his files back and making sure the games work and the PC isn't going to crap itself anymore and Windows is actually repaired. And look, it's fine, okay? I understand. If I give you a PC and I warranty the operating system, if something happens to the operating system, I'm responsible. But the reason his operating system is effed is because it was installed without secure boot. Yeah, Secure Boot was disabled when it was first installed, and then we swapped motherboards, and then Secure Boot wasn't working. So I had to reinstall Windows to fix Secure Boot. How does reinstalling Windows fix Secure Boot? Ask Microsoft. Actually, ask Asus. They're the ones with a BIOS that doesn't let you fix Secure Boot. Is this M2 or M3? Or is it M2.5? M2.5, okay. See, told you I had screws. I have a lot of screws. Bought this years ago. I'm still using it. Just buy yourself a 1,000 pack of screws. They last forever. Okay. So, in the time that it has taken me to repaste that 580, this graphics test has been running. We are at 68 degrees, and it's still running. So that graphics card works. Now let's see if we can get SLI working. I need a better tripod. Yeah, I need a better tripod. Oh, this song is infectious. I want to na-na-na along with it. I don't want to na-na-na on stream. Who wants me to na-na-na? What am I saying? Oh Christ! What am I doing? What am I doing? There's a lot of surface dust on this. I'm just gonna gently clear some of that up. Is the camera picking up any of this dust? I can see it. Okay, let's dust this bit too. Those fans are a bit wimpy. Okay. Well, it's in. Does SLI work? Now, these aren't directional, are they? Let's just try. That is so loose. Why is it so loose? You know, that actually might be the problem. That this connection is so loose that it's just bad. Is this polka? It is. It's even polka. What am I listening to? Oh, this is the weirdest CD I've ever made. I must be near the end of it by now, surely. Okay, we're booting. Is the display going to turn on? Okay, so far so good. We have 2 graphics cards in the machine, and it still turns on. Do we make it to Windows? That's the next question. Yeah, we made it to Windows. The graphics driver didn't shit itself. Okay. So, give you a good view of this. What happens if I enable SLI? Where's my mouse? There it is. Oh, no. The mouse stopped working. Okay, that was weird. The mouse and the keyboard stopped responding for a few seconds. Right, we are detecting... Whoa. The graphics driver isn't working. That's an OpenGL 2.0 error. What? Oh, one of these 580s has a problem. This device is not configured correctly. Okay. To find a driver for this device, click Update Driver. Yeah, but it's grayed out. Okay. NVIDIA Control Panel. No. Steam launched, which isn't actually helpful right now. Which GPU is this? PCIe 3. And this one, PCIe 2. Okay. So that's the primary. This is the secondary. So now there's something wrong with the palette GPU again. How? Okay, what if I... No, I can't even disable or uninstall. It won't let me. What? Oh. Okay. The driver sorted itself out. Did it now? Yes. Right. Give me SLI. I need to shut down Start Menu Experience Host. Start Menu Experience Host. Where is that? I don't see a Start Menu Experience Host. Let me just kill Search. Was it Search? Oh no, now Search is back with a vengeance. Oh, there's Start. Oh, there's Search. There's Start. Oh no. Yes. You just have to enable it in that split second they're both turned off. Okay. Okay. We are in SLI. We are in SLI. Just going to prove this. There are 2 graphics cards in there. 2 graphics cards in SLI. So, taking a bit of effort to get this far. Now let's see if we can run a benchmark that isn't Valley. Last time when we tried to run Firestrike, that's when everything went wrong. Oh no, everything went wrong when we tried to run Crisis. That's what finally broke it. But it started having issues in Firestrike. Should I risk putting some screws in to hold these GPUs in place? Just to complete the build? Here's a question. Can you buy black SLI cables? Can you buy black ones? No, but if I do that, then I'll have to cover up the ketchup and mustard cables as well. I can't just do a half job. I'd have to do the whole thing. Right. 580, 580. Can we run Firestrike? Do I dare overclock? Do I dare overclock? I mean, I should be able to get like 840 megahertz on both of these pretty easily. I'm not even going to bother touching the RAM. That's too much of a risk on a card this old. But I can probably get a 10% overclock on the core. provided these aren't about to overheat. Oh, do I have MSI Afterburner running? No. Okay, well. Okay, that's a good sign. Can we just focus on that, please? Really? I can't focus on the display. No? Okay. Well, it's running in SLI. We're getting about 40 FPS. With one card, we got 20-ish. So that is better. Is this the last song yet? How long is this CD? Is this actually working now? Is this finally okay? Good, good. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Just accept that it's working. Oh yeah, right. Those fans, are they spinning? Yeah, they're spinning. They're just not doing a very good job. Jesus, that's on fire. Wow. I just hold on. That pallet GPU. Ow, ow. Instantly. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Okay. I was touching it and the screen went black. That genuinely terrified me for a brief second. I wonder if we'll actually be able to get to the benchmarking now. I'll have to change the stream title if it is actually going to work. Oh, that didn't increase the FPS that much. We were getting about 7 or 8 FPS. Now we're only getting 12. 50% increase rather than 100. Whoa. Fans are 100%. Oh, was that the last song? Oh, that was the last song. Oh, finally. Okay, we can put on a real CD that I didn't burn. 7,463 as opposed to 4,542. So we went up 2,900 and 2,900. No. What's the math on that? 2,921 points. We gained 2,921 points, roughly 60%. Score goes up 60% in SLI. Estimates that we will get less than 30 FPS in Battlefield 5 at 1440p. Yeah, but what about 1080? Yeah, 40 plus. See, we can run 1080. Okay. 7463. That puts us smack bang in the middle. That's not good. Right, we can't run Time Spy. So we move on to Tomb Raider 2013. That is our next game to test. Do I dare overclock at some point? That is the question. Right, let's run MSI Afterburner so that we have some performance metrics to... performance monitoring. I need performance monitoring to see if the second GPU is even doing anything. I'd also like to know how hot it's getting. One GPU's at 48, the other's at 45, so they are at different temperatures. Interesting. Right, monitoring. I would like to remove GPU power from the OSD. Apparently removing it in here doesn't help. There we go. Right, Tomb Raider 2013, coincidentally, is in a folder named 2013. Along with Crysis 3, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, Rise, Son of Rome, Shadow Warrior, Outlast, Bioshock Infinite. Ugh. Okay, this mouse is horrible. Right, music. What settings do I need to run at? 1080p Ultimate. Motion blur off. Yeah. I think those are the settings I run. 1080p Ultimate, motion blur disabled. Yeah, those are the settings. All right, let's reposition. So you get the whole display. And the important number is GPU 2, if that utilization is actually going, oh my god. Okay. Tomb Raider 2013 has near enough perfect SLI scaling. 80 FPS at 1080p max. $1080p max. And we're getting 70 to 80 FPS. Okay, 65 to 80 FPS. There's a little bit of screen tearing, a tiny bit of stuttering, but wow. I would have killed to see this game run so well back in 2013. This is a really... 96, 97? One of the GPUs is definitely getting hotter than the other. I don't know if that is the Game Lord, though. That could be the palette. But then that means the palette is GPU 1. An average of 83.6. Minimum of 64. We never went below 60 FPS. Right, average of 83.6. Minimum of 64. And a max of 112. 112, people. Right, okay, we have an issue. I've just... Which one? It's the palette. It's the palette. It's the palette. Okay. Does it ever start dropping clocks, rather? 88 degrees? When do you start dropping clocks? 89? Are you going to drop clocks? Just a moment. I'm just going to sit way over here while I watch that burn itself to death. 7363. $90. Oh God. What was our average? 83.6 and a max of 100. And why did that break again? Okay, there is something seriously wrong with my spreadsheet data. 91 degrees Celsius. How are you still getting hotter? You should reach a maximum. Surely. I'm trying to fix my spreadsheet and that's trying to kill itself. You know what? Let's save it. Let's save it. If I just open the screen and pause it on the results screen, there we go. Now I have the results. Get out of that benchmark before you reach above 92. Just get out. Out. Cool down. Guys. Right, I think I can tell you why this thing isn't dissipating heat. There's nowhere for the heat to go. This is a terrible 580. Wow. Okay, fine. We'll deal with that when we deal with that. Right now, let's go all the way over here to my desktop and let's just have a look at trying to fix. Yeah, I know, I'm dropping you everywhere. Let's just have a look at trying to fix my spreadsheet data and this PowerPoint. Because for some reason, if I attempt edit data, no. That's not what I meant to do at all. I forgot that button existed. If I go to edit data, my in shot, am I in shot here? If I zoom in a little, right. Okay. And I click insert. It breaks the table. And then if I select the data again, all of my labels are gone. Why? So that's a thing, apparently. Okay, there has to be a way to do this without breaking my table. Now, what if I just do that and I copy these guys further down and then I delete the originals and then I copy you to there? And then I copy you there. And then I delete the original. And then I redefine the table to be that. Okay. Right, our results were minimum of 64, maximum of 100 and something, 112, 112. And an average of 83.4. And now the table isn't broken. Okay. Now the table isn't broken. And now I know what I need to do next time. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, good God. We are looking to get better than 22 FPS. Here we go. 22 FPS. With a GPU that actually might overheat if we do this. Right. I wonder how bad it would be if I shut the side panel at this point. I'm doing all these tests with the side panel open. If I shut the side panel, is this thing just going to cook itself to death? There is nowhere for the hot air to go. I'm just going to manually increase the fan speed here. Which GPU is... Which GPU am I monitoring right now? Okay, that's GPU 2 that I just did that to. No, I want to be GPU 1. Oh, that affects both of them. Ah. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just keep them at 100% constantly, which is going to make a load of background noise. But for the sake of benchmarks not dying... this is the only game from 2018 that I have installed. I need to find another game from 2018. That's ridiculous. Right, what is the setting preset that we have enabled? High with motion blur off. Okay. High, you are running an older version of this NVIDIA display driver. Yes, I am. This display driver is from 2015, I think. It's old. Even with the fans at 100%, the GPU is at 50 degrees. Oh no. Guys, I don't think this thing's SLI. I don't think this game's going to be SLI. I mean, this game came out after SLI died, so... Oh, we're out of VRAM. I mean, the second GPU's doing something. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're out of VRAM. And we're only running on one GPU. No SLI for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shame. Okay. Yeah, I want a quick game. No Shadow of the Tomb Raider SLI. Oh, good God. Okay. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That's the next game. Oh, good God. Expedition 33. That cannot possibly support SLI. It cannot possibly support SLI. Right, install the performance mod in performance mode. Good. Go to our 2025 folder, open up Expedition 33. and see what happens when I set this to... Yeah, okay, we're not downloading the driver. Sorry. See what happens when I set this to XESS balanced. What is this resolution? Oh, I was testing the GT630. Right. I was testing the GT630, which, interestingly enough, if you put the performance mod on the monstrosity preset, you can just about run the game. Epic. No, we want 1080p low. With 1080p. It won't let me set to XESS. Okay. What did I do? I guess I used TSR. Why? Right, VSync disabled, FPS unlimited, motion blur disabled, everything else on low. Okay. We're not using SLI at all, and there are no trees. There are no trees. Okay. Clair Obscura Expedition 33 is not an SLI compatible game, although I probably could have predicted that. And did, actually. Next up. RE4 Remake. What are the odds that runs in SLI? 2023, RE4. There's no way the RE engine is SLI compatible. DirectX... Why is that trying to load DirectX 12? Oh! This game doesn't support DirectX 11 at all. Oh, right. Okay, so we'll have to skip down the benchmark list pretty far. Go to 2020. No, sorry, 2021. No, 2022? It's that recent? No, it is. Okay. Is this actually loading? Oh, it is. No activity at all on the second GPU. Uh-huh. Yeah. Nothing. Okay, Solstice is not... Wait a second. They're both loaded up. But the second GPU is not doing anything. That's nice. Yeah. You have an autosave feature. I get it. Yeah, the second GPU is just off. Solstice is not SLI compatible. No, I don't want to shut down Windows. I want to shut down Solstice. Yes, I know there's a way to make custom SLI configs. I'm not doing it. Okay, Dark Souls 3. That's the next game. Can it run Dark Souls 3 in SLI? The answer is almost certainly no. What resolution is this? Okay. $800 by $600. Why? I think this is going to be another case of the second GPU. Oh! This game might be SLI. Well, color me impressed. Right, 1080p max. Make a new game. Yeah, seems to be. Let's just call you SLI. Burial Gift Black Firebombs. Is it playable in SLI? That's the question. Because we barely got 30 to 40 FPS with a single GPU. The frame rate isn't actually any better. Why? Why are we? Are we VRAM limited? Is that what the problem is? Are we just VRAM limited? It won't go above 1.46, and we won't go above 60%. But if I turn around, I know this is a very stable 40, but why is it locking it at 40? This doesn't make. Okay, fine. Start the benchmark. Run. Just do the exact same path I always take. Kill this guy. Run over here. Why are we locked to... this isn't Elden Ring. You don't press Y. This isn't Elden Ring. You don't press Y. Okay, this is an interesting frame time graph. It wasn't doing this on one GPU, so this is definitely SLI doing this. Yeah, this is definitely SLI to blame. I don't really know why it would behave this way, but we've got some rubber banding. A serious amount of rubber banding. This is almost running okay. This is almost running okay. Oh, I missed. Well, that could have killed me. Was that the grab? Might have been the grab. Uh-oh. Oh, that didn't hit me. There's the stagger. Oh, thank you, block. Almost out of FP. Why did I try and Estus? Out of FP. Oh, no. I don't die to the Crystal Lizard. Don't die to the Crystal Lizard. Why are you not dead? 1 hit of life. It had 1 hit of life. The annoying thing is this is actually running better. I mean, the rubber banding is worse. The 1% and 0.1% lows, they're definitely worse. But this is actually running slightly better. On average. Fix the screen glare. Yeah, okay, fine. How am I supposed to fix the screen glare? It's the auto brightness adjustment of this phone. It won't. Okay. If I lower the brightness, there. If I lower it to 20%, which makes this look really washed out and dim, then it's actually visible on camera. Fine, I fixed it. You happy? Ah, that's not part of the benchmark. Should have rested. That's not part of the benchmark either, but yeah, okay, fine. Now we have a loading screen affecting our 0.1% lows. Die. What the? Since when does a running attack not work? I wonder if this would actually be running okay if we had enough VRAM. I'll have to buy the 760s. I'm going to have to buy the 760s. There's no way I can accept these results. It's not fair. Where's my stagger? Oh, now I'm not going to get one. Well, at least this isn't messing up my roll timings. And Udex Gundyr is dead. That's the end of the benchmark. As soon as I light the bonfire. 41, 12, and 1. 41, 12, and 1. I need to clear this file. 41 exactly, 12 exactly, and 1.2. That is better. In average. The averages are better. Next up is Elden Ring. No way. There's no way that is SLI compatible. Hold on. Let me shut up those fans a little. Next up is Elden Ring. which is a 2021 game. 22? 22. Okay. Whoa. Is that why I don't have a result for Elden Ring? Quite possibly. Okay. Cyberpunk 2077 is a 2021 game? No. It's not 24. No, it's 2020. Yeah. Can we run Cyberpunk 2077? 2027? No. Do I even have a result for this card? That's a question. No, I don't have a result for this card, so it's possible this isn't compatible. It ran and it crashed. Yep. Okay, so we're not compatible on this card. Understood. What about Stellar Blade? Yeah, we don't have a result for the 580, so that can't run. Oh, wow. There aren't any other games in my standard benchmark run that can be run on a 580. This is why I need to buy a 760. That at least has basic DirectX 12 support so you can run some newer games. Okay. Okay. Can we run Resident Evil 3? Is this DirectX 12 only? Does it run Minecraft? Probably, but I don't own Minecraft. Yep, that wants DirectX 12. Okay, what about we go to 2017 for Resident Evil 7, which is the first of the RE Engine games. Is this also DirectX 12 only? 2017 would... Okay. 2017 is early for DirectX 12 only. But I guess the RE Engine is just DirectX 12 or nothing. Okay. Right, well, I want to run The Evil Within 1, just because that game hilariously doesn't run well on anything. And before I run that, I need to go to Steam and select The Evil Within, go to Properties, and give it some advanced launch options so that I can disable the FPS limit as well as disable the chromatic aberration, which completely ruins the game's aesthetic in this game. But before I can do that, I need to turn on a laptop that is about as old as this game, because this is the last place that I had those launch settings enabled. So I just need to copy them. The bottom cover on this laptop is not screwed in. It just slid off. That's not good. Right. Steam, 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 Steam. No, Steam doesn't launch by default. That's helpful. Steam doesn't launch when you open the laptop. How is that configured? Why is that configured? Come on, Steam. Why isn't the laptop on screen? The charger doesn't reach, and I'm not moving the camera. I'm not moving the camera. Right, The Evil Within. That's pretty far down the list. Okay, the settings are plus com underscore allow console 1 plus com skip intro video 1 plus VT underscore max ANISO 0, which disables anisotropic filtering. You can set it to 4 if you want, which makes it look slightly better than default, but I don't like it at all, so I disable it. There we go. Did I just set those settings for... I just set those settings for Elden Ring. No! Elden Ring! You don't even use an engine that would understand those commands. Right, there we go. Launch The Evil Within. It launched. Okay. This game originally released on PS4, early on PS4. So, yeah, we're getting 125 FPS right now. We're getting 120 FPS. Okay. So, graphics, hardware settings, full screen on at 1080p. That's not good. Frame lock. Yeah, see, the default for the frame lock is 30 or 60. Anti-aliasing, SMAA, shadow quality high, motion blur off, SSAO. I disabled it. Reflections enabled. Right, I think I need to actually exit out of the game in order to get my display to set to the right resolution. That's an interesting problem. Oh, system froze. The system froze. No, seriously, it has completely gone unresponsive. Oh, okay. Stop The Evil Within. Okay. Start The Evil Within. Does full screen work now? Seems to be. Yeah, okay, we're in full screen. SLI is not working, so we will be getting a single GPU result, I guess. Okay, fine. Everything is set correctly, I guess. Well, I don't think we need to disable VSync, considering we're only getting about 40 FPS. So let's just click continue and benchmark whatever point in the game this puts me. Where in the game does this put me? I don't know where my latest save is. Oh, it's in the body room. Okay. I love that both GPUs are filling up their memory, but only one of them's actually doing anything. Start the benchmark. Crouch down. Grab the key. It's weird seeing this game actually work, considering I recently benchmarked it on my gaming laptop from 2014, and it does not run at all. It really doesn't. Like, making it to this door is painful. I remember it running. Did the launch version of the game run better? Why can't I run? I actually move faster crouching. I used to stream this, really? I do like the game. I do like the game. I probably have streamed this at some point. Oh, we're getting 90 FPS in this corridor. I found the secret to the best benchmark results. Corridors. Yeah, this is running fine. This GPU would have been 4 years old by the time this game came out, and we're pretty much running on the maximum settings. At 1080p as well, which this GPU was not designed for. Stream PT for the maximum benchmarking. Yeah, there is a PC version of PT. I don't know how well optimized it is, but there is a PC port of PT. I could just play Visage, which is a PT-inspired horror game. It's actually a really good one. And now we do the chicken dance. Yeah, I doubt it's optimized very well, but it is. Is it Unreal Engine 4? The engine itself is designed to streamline. The engine itself is designed to streamline a lot of development. It's supposed to be easy to use. It runs in Unity. Oh, okay. Unity is usually pretty well optimized. And yeah, Visage is a great game. Sadly, it's only really scary the first time you play it. I've replayed it a few times since, and it just doesn't hit the same. Do I own Visage on Steam? I don't think I do. No, that's a file. I don't need a file. It wouldn't cost a lot to buy, but I don't have any money. Oh no, it's this way. I'll see if I can download the PC port of PT, just for the sake of it. I'm going to be benchmarking over 100 games on this system. So, what's one more? No, it's not 100 games. It's 100 benchmarks. It's about 40 games. I think it's fair to say this game runs surprisingly well. I would be very happy playing this game on this kind of setup. Although I should say, you're not really supposed to run this game engine above 60 FPS. It breaks a few physics interactions. Yeah, this is very playable. Especially for a game that on PS4 locks itself to 30 FPS. And people considered that ideal for this game for some reason. I think some of the speedruns for this game run at 30 FPS. It's probably a physics interaction thing. Still, anywhere from 30 to 80 FPS, that light is freaking out. If I were the kind of person who had $6,000 to splurge on a PC in 2010 and I hadn't upgraded it at all in 4 years, I'd still be very happy with it. Yeah, I know how sneak works in this game. It's a stealth game. I also know that that guy is a chump. Thank you for breaking the boxes. I'll use those in a second. He's a chump. Goodbye. Why am I playing the game like I know how to speedrun it? I technically do. Can you stop? Please? Oh, what? The door wouldn't open. He can't come in here. That's how much of a chump he is. He cannot get in that room. His AI isn't allowed in that room until this cutscene. Chase sequence, technically, not a cutscene. Yeah, and you know how he was right on our toes the entire time I was running through that room? He can't keep up with us in a straight corridor. I love it when there's artificial challenge in video games. Like, this guy is super dangerous, but wait a second, he's not. It's completely artificial. Anyway, as soon as this cutscene ends, I'll end the benchmark and jot down the results. Of course, a 30 FPS cutscene breaks our 1% lows. I will end the benchmark there. Why not? How bad was that? I need to. Okay, I need to sterilize this file because it's getting too long. 64.1. 1% low of 29.9. 0.1 of 28.2. So when it does dip, it's not going to feel that bad. Where is my laptop? I need to jot down the results in a benchmark spreadsheet, and I don't have one open. And my laptop isn't turned on. I am so prepared for this stream. I am so amazingly prepared for this stream. Thankfully, my laptop's fairly modern. It has an NVMe SSD. It does not take long to turn on. Excel. Can I please duplicate the benchmark table I made yesterday? Save as. .2010 bench. Right, there is a massive library of games installed right now, and I don't want to be streaming the entire benchmark process because it will take forever. So I will accept recommendations for games I should throw at this system. One and only offer. What game should I throw at this system? Crisis. Yeah, Crisis is installed. I don't know that that's really a challenge for this system because Crisis came out in 2006. This PC is the highest end PC you could build in 2010. So Evil Within 1080p max adjacent. Right, no SLI support in the Evil Within, but its single point performance was 64.1 FPS average, 29.9 FPS 1% lows, and 0.1% of 28.2. Why is that happening? Average 1%, 0.1%. There we go. Right. Should I just go down my list of games and choose one at random? Save changes. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Pick a year between 2007 and 2026. Okay, no. Pick a year between 2007 and 2020. Anything beyond 2020, I guarantee, isn't going to work. (2019). Okay, good year. Okay, Control, Detroit Become Human, or Resident Evil 2. Okay, we can't use Resident Evil 2, so it's Control or Detroit Become Human. RE2 isn't going to work on a 580. And DMC5 isn't currently installed. I had to make some space. Control. Okay, well, I don't know if this runs in DirectX 11, to be honest. So we're about to find out. I wonder what kind of settings I can run this at if it does. Okay. It launches. Remedy Games. Well, they're just Remedy. It's not Remedy Games. And this is going to be a single GPU only result. Yeah, no SLI support, it seems. Wow, this is long. This is long. Okay, what kind of settings will I be able to run this at? 1080p native, VSync off. Film grain and motion blur I'm going to disable because they just make games look worse. It's defaulted to low with medium textures. Okay, it defaulted to the low preset. Yeah. Is there motion blur disabled? Yes. $60 FPS on the end user license agreement is a good sign. Yes. Okay. So Control 1080p low. Taking a minute to load, but it's probably on one of the hard drives. This PC is from 2010. There is an SSD in there, but there's only one. Technically there's two, but the second one's cheating. 240 FPS in the cutscene. Yeah, 240 FPS in the opening cutscene. Something in my fridge just moved. Whoa! About 25 to 30 FPS. This is VRAM. I think we're probably supposed to be getting 30 FPS right now, but we're VRAM limited. Look, our GPU isn't at 100%. We're probably around 30. Oh, wow. This game came out on PS4, didn't it? This had a PS4 release. I guess we're about equivalent to a PS4. That's somewhat impressive. Well, this is almost playable, except for when it slows down because it's trying to swap things out with system memory. You can actually feel the delay when it's trying to stream assets. I might need to lower texture quality. Yeah, hold on. Cancel the benchmark before we get to Artie, who is a great character. If we lower texture quality just to give us a bit more VRAM back. Yeah, see, that lowers VRAM usage by 400 megs. Oh, no, wait. Okay, did that not apply? Yeah, texture quality is on low. What if we just disable post-processing and screen space reflection? So if we just go to the absolute lowest. We're still using... Oh, wait a second. We're staying below 1.5 every now and then. There's only about 60 megs of RAM free. Okay. Absolute lowest. 1080p, absolute lowest. Keep in mind, this game is 9 years newer than the graphics card. 9 years newer. That is an impressive lifespan for any computer component. Sorry, Artie, I need to skip through you. Yeah, there's still a little bit of rubber banding and delay and hitching. Yeah, that's a bit of hitch. This would almost certainly be running better if I had a 3 gig version of this card right now. Did we just... Yeah. We're waiting for a loading. We're waiting for it to load. This is probably playable at 720p. This is probably playable at 720p. Just lowering that VRAM usage a tiny bit more. And it would also lower the GPU demand. You might be able to get a stable 35, 40 FPS. I'll test 720p in a minute. I'm only benchmarking 1080 for this system. But I'm just curious. Can it run 720p? I can't see a damn thing because of how low the brightness is. Yoink. This game really doesn't look bad on low. Wow. Like, she actually still looks like her. I haven't played this on a controller in a while. I don't remember how. No, I've got aim assist turned on or something. What? No, that's not aim assist. That's just weird. Yeah, there is a slight bit of aim assist there. I really can't see. Everything just looks black. It actually looks slightly better on the phone. Stop shooting. Because there are a lot of pseudo live action cutscenes in this game, you probably won't notice how low the quality is during cutscenes. Because a lot of it isn't even in-game footage. Like this isn't in-game footage. This is a guy with a fog machine and a light behind him talking to a camera. Remedy is really good at artistic storytelling. Quantum Leap and... No, not Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap's a TV show. Quantum Break, the video game, not the TV show, and Alan Wake. Great games. Control, great game. Alan Wake 2, great game. I actually don't think there's any of Remedy's games I don't like. Does this game even have difficulty settings? I don't think I'm playing too well right now. That did nothing. Whoa. We done? Can I cleanse this and end the benchmark, please? Oh, that pop-in. That texture pop-in. You know, video games do some very interesting things when you run out of VRAM. Right. I will call that the benchmark run. Let's have a look at what that result is. And then let's see what 720p does. 33.6. If that was a stable 33.6, I would call that playable. But the drops below 10 kind of ruin it. Right. What happens if I set you to 720p? The VRAM usage goes down to 1 gig. And it goes back up to 1.4. We're getting 50 FPS. A smooth 50 FPS. Yeah. This game can do... This is 9 years newer than the graphics card it's running at. Can we enable any extra features? Such as reflections, just a few. Post-processing. We're not going to be able to get... I didn't disable SSAO. We're not going to be able to get any better textures here. But, yeah, 45, 47. At 720p, this game runs. Wow. We're still almost maxing out our VRAM, though, so this game really needs 2 gigs plus. Okay. Okay. Right. So we've had 2019. Let's just go 2012. Need for Speed Most Wanted is the only game from 2012. Really? Need for Speed Most Wanted. 1080p max, I'm guessing, because this game came out in 2012 and it's not going to be hard to run. Don't you dare tell me this has SLI support. Don't you dare tell me this is SLI compatible. Oh, Windows Firewall. Yeah, no, we're not going online with this. I would like to go into full screen, though. Both graphics cards have kicked on. I can't actually tell if it's in SLI until I get past this pre-rendered cutscene. Wait, is this pre-rendered? The frame rate isn't stable. No, I don't think it is pre-rendered. No, it is. Need for Speed Most Wanted. That is probably one of my most played Need for Speeds. Not because I like it, just because it's the one I owned when I was in boarding school, and I was very limited on the games I was allowed to play in boarding school. Need for Speed Underground. Oh, yes. Great game. I think I owned that on PS2 when I was a kid. I really can't skip this cutscene. Okay, for the sake of benchmarking, I'm going to create a save. Okay, now we're in game, and yes, it's SLI. We are in SLI in a 2012 Need for Speed game. Okay. Settings. Graphics. 1080p. High-res textures on. Motion blur off. Shadow high. Headlight shadows high. Ambient occlusion high. Looks like we are limited to VSync. Super sampling. No, that's unnecessary. We're not super sampling. Yeah, we can only run at a maximum of 60 FPS. This game has a 60 FPS cap. Well, that's disappointing. Still, we are running an SLI right now. I can't start the benchmark until after the first tutorial race because there are too many cutscenes that are going to affect results. This game still looks great, by the way, considering that it's old enough to drink. Ish. This game's 15 years old, almost. This game's almost 15 years old. And I said it was almost old enough to drink. Yeah, okay, that's a lie. You need to be 16. This game is old enough to be going through puberty, I guess? I don't know what to say here. The frame time graph is a mess. What's up? What's up is we finally have this PC working, and we are now benchmarking games. Can I please drive this car and leave? I really don't like forced tutorials. Sure, explain how the game works. Don't force me to do what you want me to. You taking control away until I press a specific button is not fun. I am pressing LT and RT. Thank you. Right, all I have to do is win the race, which is pretty easy because this race is designed for you to win. I think it's almost impossible to lose unless you just stop moving. Oh, no. Oh! Well, he crashed. I never got to put music on, did I? I said I would put better music on this time, and now I just forgot. That was like 40 minutes ago. Yeah, this game looks great. I bet if you play this at 4K, it looks about as good as modern Need for Speed games. I wonder how low the settings have to be to match the PS3 version of this game. The reason I say that is because we're using a gig of VRAM. The PS3 only has 256 meg. So how low do the settings have to go to use less than 256 meg? Probably 720p. It wouldn't be low. I don't think EA would allow low settings on a mainline console. Might be medium. Thank you. Okay. As soon as this cutscene is over, we have full control of the game. We are no longer locked down by tutorials. Oh, I've been streaming so long the sun has gone down. Oh, right then. Are we going to get a locked 60 FPS? I have no idea. Right. Let's go find a car. Oh, we got police straight away. Let's not start a chase. Not yet. I would like a car. I'm going the wrong way. I want this one. Crash my car. Oh, okay. No. Particle effects. We lost frame rate due to particle effects. Oh, hooray. See if I can I access the map? Yes. Where was my favorite car? That is a good question. I think it's around here. Yeah, I'm just going to get on the freeway and turn around. What is going on with the frame rate? Why are we at 20 FPS? Why is everything flashing? All I did was open the map. I broke the game. All I did was open the map. How does that break the game? I actually can't control anything. This is not a fair benchmark result. Is it ever going to go back to normal performance? It's like I'm running on one GPU. No, the GPUs have locked themselves to 400 megahertz. Why? What is going on? Alt-tab out. There we go. Now the GPUs are at full speed. Right, that's an invalid benchmark then. Start again. I want my favorite car. I can't remember where it is. I think it's up here. No, this is completely wrong. Where is that car? If I could remember what it was called, if I could remember what car I'm actually looking for, I would just Google it. Like, where do you find such and such car? Need for Speed 13. I cannot remember what that car was called. I'm pretty sure it's on this road somewhere. Right. I have gone the wrong way. Get out of my way. Go, come on. Technically, she hit me. You know, that frame time graph being solid is actually obscuring a lot more of the screen than I like. Right, this seems right. Okay. Just going to go slow because I don't want to crash while I am trying to find this car. Yes, I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. It's more fun. Where is this car? If I have to drive the entire shoreline of this game until I find it, I will. It'll be an incredibly boring stream, but I'll do it. That's not it. I know I just drove past a car. That's not it. If anything, I'm giving myself a pretty varied run of the game for the benchmark. Repeating this route is going to be an issue, though. I think I'm too far away from the city. This doesn't feel right. Yeah, I'm going to head back. I was trying to slow down. I was trying to slow down. Oh no, the cops are going to get me. I entered cooldown. How? Right, so the car I'm looking for is definitely not that way. No. Get lost. Get lost. Trying to find a car. This is more like it. I've already been here. Oh, right. Going the wrong way. What the? How did you get down here? Just some aggressive turning. Don't mind me. Will I ever find the car I'm looking for? I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure I just drove past it. No, come on. Just let me get off this road. It's not one of the cars you have to unlock. It's not one of the most wanted, but I need to find it because I really want to, and now I'm obsessed. All I remember is you find it on a road right across from the river, lake, whatever. I can kind of remember what that road looks like. I just can't find it. I might have just found it. Is there a car on the left of me somewhere here? There's a lot of cars on the left of me. But is there one I can drive? That's not it. No. Is there another one? This seems like the right road. This feels like the right road. What was that? Was that a truck? No, that's not it. Oh, where is this car? Found it. I found it. I finally found it. This is the car I've been driving all the way around for. Ah, I love this car. My favorite car of the game. Anyway, we're done with the benchmark now. Sadly, we are actually finished with the benchmark now that I found this car. It's the Batmobile. Yeah, I think it is actually. Looks pretty good. I think this game has autosaves at all times, so... Oh no, it's autosaves when you swap cars or drive through a shop. Did that save? Yes, it did. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, so the benchmark is still running. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, you arse. What were the numbers? What if I do it while I'm here? God damn it. The benchmark is still running, but there's no game running, so it's not... I can't cancel it. So I just need to run something so I can cancel it. Right, benchmark cancel. Stupid system. 4,000 FPS. Amazing. No, the benchmark is just gone. We were driving around for like 5 minutes. At least. I'm just going to have to rewind the stream. I'm just going to have to rewind the stream and find what those results were. $60 FPS, 30 and 27. Not bad. 60 FPS with a 31% low and 27.1% low. Perfectly playable. I'll see how playable it is with one GPU another day. Right, so we've had 2019, we've had 2012. That leaves us with me almost copying all of my shortcuts with these dates. No, we also had The Evil Within, which, yeah. Come on, 2007 to 2011 and 2013 to 2018. Pick a year. 2016. Oh, lots of good games in 2016. Okay. Well, I mentioned it earlier. Quantum Break is there. So is Cluster Truck. We've already run Dark Souls 3. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Doom. And one of my favorite side scrollers, Icy. Which that can run on a phone. That's not really there for benchmarking. I just wanted to be able to play it. I think out of all of them, Mankind Divided is probably the most difficult to run. Quantum Break, well, another Remedy game. Not a bad choice, not a bad choice. Mankind Divided is probably the most difficult to run. I seem to remember when it first came out, my PC wasn't quite up to the task. Then again, that was 2016, so I was running a single 1070. Yeah, I was running a single 1070 at that time. I eventually went to dual 1070s and then to a 1080 Ti. I gave up on SLI pretty quickly. Right, this game is not SLI compatible. That is a shame. Quantum Break. I do not remember how to play this game. I haven't played it probably since the year it came out. I literally cannot read anything. My display is in the way. Wait, that's my only options? Oh, there's tabs. I didn't see them. I'm blind. Right, graphics preset low. 720p. Oh, it won't even let me go to 1080. What? VSync off. Exclusive full screen. It won't let me go to 1080.
Zabania.
Hey. Phone. eBay. Price drop alert. I'm not buying that. There's a reason that it's still on my watch list. I'm not buying it. Right. Low settings. Why can't I run this game at 1080p? What if I run it windowed? Yeah, it won't let me run above 1366 by 768. Why? And for some reason, if I disable VSync, it forces me into full screen. Am I going to have to run this one at 720p? There's no way this game doesn't support 1080p. No, there's no way this game doesn't support 1080p. That has to be a glitch. That's not 1080p. No, actually, it might be. No. Hey, there we go. What was that about? What was that about? Lock to 30 FPS off. Brightness is fine. HUD is fine. Let's just use the low preset. Why not? Oh, the low preset sets me to a specific resolution? No, I disagree. Okay, low preset, VSync and FPS lock disabled. Everything else fine. Does this game even have motion blur? Not in this menu. It has fill grain though, so I'll keep it. Fine. Easy mode because we're benchmarking. We're not here for a challenge. So Quantum Break, 1080p low, single GPU only. Was that pre-rendered? That looked a bit good for low settings. Then again, so did Control. So maybe Remedy just knows what they're doing. These load times aren't amazing. Wait, no, this is the low preset? Okay, sure. Character model doesn't look great. Environment looks amazing for low settings. Wow. That's the low preset. Okay. Start the benchmark. This is actually running pretty well. Yeah, I'm going to guess the really impressive building over there is the physics lab. The one that's got protests outside of it. Yeah. Is this who's waiting for me? You look like you're waiting for someone. Nah, seriously. The subtle lighting changes in the water. This game looks really good for low settings. Wow. I need to replay this at 4K on my system just to see how good it can look. Yeah. Can I seriously not match your walking speed? Ah, there we go. Nope. I can't match his walking speed. Why? Video games. Why do so many video games do that? Where they have a character you have to follow. but he moves either way faster than you can or slower than you can. It never matches. Oh, we're there. Well, aside from the fact that the GPU is going to overheat, game looks good. Are you following me? Or am I following you? I want to go through this door. I want to go through this door. Project Promenade. Slower makes sense, you can catch up. Yeah, but if you can't match the pace. So you always have to walk a little bit and then stop. Ah, yes. 2016, where video games and movies about time travel were still interesting. And then Avengers happened. And yeah, time travel, not that interesting anymore. Now, there are more things than Avengers that killed time travel. But time travel's been overdone with. The genres that have been overdone with: time travel, zombies, vampires, high school teen dramas. But then again, I don't think that Nickelodeon is ever going to stop making those, or Disney Channel. Oh, generic action movies basically attempting to make money off of Call of Duty. Yeah, generic military action movies set in California specifically. That has been overdone. There are way too many of those movies. You ever going to stop talking? I understand this is a narrative-driven game, but can I get to the actual game at some point? Please? I would like to get to the game. Teenagers in Avas is overdone. Yeah, no. That's an anime-specific overuse. But then again, Evangelion was overdone ages ago. Interact. Oh, I actually have to move it myself. Thank you. It should have ended with End of Evangelion. As good as the rebuild movies look, they are unnecessary. Okay, now for the people with any scientific knowledge, if you generate a sufficient gravitational field that you lens shift light in real space, that is a problem. You are on the verge of creating a black hole. You don't know what the other movies were about. The rebuild movies. So the issue with Evangelion is all of it is canon. The original show, the end of Evangelion, and then the rebuild movies. They are all canon because they're different timelines. And the story of Evangelion is that Shinji is just endlessly reliving the events of the third, fourth, and fifth impact until he gets it, quote unquote, right. And at the end of the rebuild movies, he decides, yeah, I'm done with this. Goodbye, angels. Goodbye, Avas. I want a new reality where I can be happy. I don't know why he didn't do that from the start, but that was the decision he made in the final movie. And that's how Evangelion ended, because he quantum deleted all of Evangelion. It can no longer exist in any timeline. He just said no. That was the story. How any of that worked, I don't know, but that's the story. Okay, there's our quote-unquote quantum generator that is lens-shifting light in a confined space. Gravitational pull of that must be ridiculous. Don't stick your hand in that, you'll get spaghettified. Which is a word that probably doesn't need to exist, because the act of spaghettification is probably beyond human capability. Like, we are never going to get close enough to a black hole in order for anything to spaghettify. But we have a word for it because physics says it's possible. Yeah, that did just make me hungry too. Should I just end the stream with me making spaghetti? Is that how I should end the stream? Should I just move the camera to the kitchen and make some spaghetti? What am I supposed to be doing right now? Cook on the GPU? No, I'm not going to cook on the GPU. Now, here's quantum entanglement bullshit and determination and fate. The fact that he stepped out before he steps in means that he now, by the laws of physics, cannot decide not to step in. He's seen himself walk out, which means that he would create a paradox if he doesn't walk in, which, as far as we understand the laws of physics and time and quantum mechanics, would be impossible. He would be incapable of making that decision because of deterministic probabilities, which is going above my degree in quantum mechanics, which I do not have. I do not have a degree in quantum mechanics. I have just studied this in my spare time because I may or may not have attempted to write a book about it. I say attempted because the plot got too complicated even for me. I kind of wish that this screen had speakers built in so I could understand what he was saying. I could turn on the subtitles, I guess, but that affects the performance. Isn't the plot of this game that you can only go as far back in time as the machine has been turned on? Like, you can't go back in time any further than the machine existing because you need the machine to exist in order to walk out. So the plot of this game is that at some point, Professor Dude goes right back to the very first time he turned on the prototype and then starts affecting things from the shadows. It's the plot of Tenet. It's the plot of Tenet. Someone from very, very far in the future went all the way back and started effing things up. That is the plot of Tenet. Oh yeah, also we got quantum superpowers. No. Even without sound, you could tell he just said no. I haven't actually gotten to any real gameplay yet. This is just 15 minutes of cutscene. This is a very long cut. Can I skip this? I can. I didn't even need to be watching any of this. I could have skipped it. Oh no. Things aren't right. Hang on. Why have I only just now gotten an achievement? Why have I only just now gotten an achievement? Have I never played this on the Steam version before? Have I never played the Steam version of this game before? Nope, not that way. I'm going the wrong way. You just quantum broke him out of time. Well done. That's not going to create any kind of problem. Yeah, everything in here is kind of broken. Well done. Can I play the game at some point? Like, can I go and fight something, please? Are you still talking? Yeah, he's still talking. Dude, make a decision. That's also part of the plot of this game. You reach certain story points where you need to make a decision, and if you don't make a decision, you are stuck in that story point forever. It's a mechanic of this guy's powers, I guess, that if you never make a decision, you can't progress. Time just freezes forever. What am I supposed to be doing? Get Paul out of the machine. Yeah, but what am I supposed to interact with to do that? Because originally I was pressing something over here to open a machine, and oh, I just have to walk up to it. I thought I needed to interact with something. Oh, this is what happens when you don't have sound or subtitles. There we go. A little bit of action. Get through the escape hatch. Go, go, go. Oh, yeah, shut it behind you. That's safe. Oh, men with guns. Right. Maybe I should have watched the... Is this a goddamn super collider? No, it would be a perfectly straight line. But it is a super cooled pipe, by the looks of it. Oh, there's a shimmy section. Why does every game have a shimmy section now? Oh, look, I have superpowers. I can, within a confined space, affect quantum mechanics and slow down the speed of time. That would actually be a mildly terrifying superpower from a physics standpoint. If he just walked too close to a nuclear reactor and decided to freeze time, yeah, that would screw everything up. There's probably worse places he could freeze time than a nuclear reactor. Yeah, open the door for me. Well, that was easy. You know, I might have forgotten I'm supposed to be benchmarking, not enjoying the game. This is actually. It has been a decade since this game came out, and I really can't remember any of it. I mean, I can remember bits and pieces, like key moments and concepts, but I don't know what the hell is going on right now. I'm going to end the benchmark there before I get carried away. I've been live 3 hours now, and 2 of those hours have been me actually playing games. We're making good progress. So, what were the results? We have to pick another year now. So we've done 2019, 2016, and 2012. Quantum Break, 48.9 FPS, with a 1% low of 29.6, and a 0.1% low of 21.9. 2013. The issue with 2013 is I know what games are in there, and there's not... Rise, Son of Rome, I'm choosing this time. That is a very demanding game. So I want to see if this game can actually run. It's also pretty much a movie, so. Yeah, I could have run Crisis Free. Sure, but my PC was running an R9 290X, and it could barely run this game. That was the highest end GPU that existed a year after this game came out. Where are the settings? No, I don't want to quit game. Where are these settings? This resolution is completely broken. All right, there we go. There they are. Graphics. 1080p. Full screen. Oh, that just set me back to 1536 by 864. That is as high as it will let me go. It won't let... Okay. This game has to be run in windowed mode. Native upscaling. Oh, okay. Never mind. There was a native upscaling button and it was broken. I have no idea what that setting is. I can't read it. Yeah, no idea. Right, let's set this to normal quality and see what happens. What does normal quality do? What is going on with the frame time graph? Why is it solid? Temporal anti-aliasing. This game from 2013 has TAA, one of the worst anti-aliasing technologies ever invented, and is used in every video game. Wow. New campaign, because I don't remember any of the story. Easy. Right, so 1080p normal. Well, someone likes showing off. Oh, this game has a 60 FPS cap. Oh. What just happened? Did I drop? Yeah, we're getting 11 FPS. 10. Yeah, we're getting 10 to 11 FPS. So I've definitely gone a bit far with normal. Let's go low. Super sampling. Found the issue. I found the issue. It had a super sampling mode. Is there a VSync option? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there we go. If you're not going to try and run it at 4K, it actually runs. Right, as soon as I have control, I will apparently stab that guy. Start the benchmark. Can I actually have control here? Okay, yeah, I have free movement. Let's kill. Come on, Centurions, with me. Hey, don't ignore your friends and start hitting. Oh, that's not good. This is why you set it to the lowest difficulty when you're benchmarking. Because I'm not here to relearn the game. I'm just here to have fun. What's the block button? I've just noticed this is actually running an SLI, by the way. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to run this in single GPU mode. If we're getting 30 FPS with two GPUs going full tilt, single GPU is going to get single digits, isn't it? Who are we under siege by? Like, this is Rise, Son of Rome. I can't recall every invasion that Rome suffered. There were a few. Like, people didn't like Rome, which is fine. Okay, a few of your emperors were mad, and the Senate was no better. But then again, let's not go into literal ancient Roman politics. Whether or not I studied the classics in college doesn't really matter right now. Oh, they're all dead. What is the block button? Seriously. There's got to be a block button, right? Am I going mad? I've got dodge, I have push and heavy attack. I don't appear to have a block button. Order the Romans, fire the volley. Sure, that worked. Yeah, we're losing this fight. Oh, GPU fans just went to 100%. Form a line. Oh, ballista. Nice. It just has infinite fire rate. Okay. I can fire it as fast as I can possibly press the button. Sure. Oh, if I hold, it locks on. Sure. Hold it down, it locks onto the target. This is running surprisingly well. I suppose this is an era-correct GPU to be running this game, but this was a very demanding game when it came out. My R9 290X kind of crapped the bucket trying to run this game. Then again, the R9 290X, much like NVIDIA's Fermi graphics cards, of which the 580 is one, ran ridiculously hot. Yeah. There was also the R9 290X2, which was a dual GPU version of the 290X. It came with liquid cooling. There was no possible way to get that thing air-cooled. It used way too much power. We need to retreat. We need to retreat. Sometime soon, today, before Rome falls. You now have enough valor to buy your first upgrade. Are you seriously interrupting gameplay to tell me to buy perks? You know what? Fine. That's enough to give me a performance metric for this chapter. I know there are more demanding chapters in the game. Specifically, the second one, I think, is more demanding. But that's the last game I am benchmarking right now. 46.8 FPS average, 15.8 FPS 1% low, and 1.9 0.1% low. Right, save that there. So there are a few games I'm going to have to go back and test with just one GPU, and there are dozens more of every game that I need to test. There are a lot of games. How many games are there in all of these folders? There are at least 85 games. Just to prove it, there are at least 85 games installed. There are 3 more that I can think of right off the top of my head that aren't currently on this PC because it ran out of storage. And there's probably more that I'll test in the end anyway. I am probably testing about 100 games. Yeah. But specifically with these two GPUs, I'm probably only testing 40 or 50 because driver limitations. Now, before we end the stream, shall we cook? Should I take this camera to my kitchen and do a cooking stream? Since I'm already live. Oh, good God. How badly could this go? Let's go make some food. Let's go make some food. Oh, lovely. My kitchen's a mess. Oh, I knew it was a mess. This is why I don't want to bring the camera in here, because I know it's a mess. But, okay. I'll set up the tripod. And we will cook some food. Impromptu cooking stream. Yes, indeed. This entire stream was impromptu. But, yeah. Give you a good view of my entire cooking area. Like, there isn't much else. I don't use this side of the kitchen for cooking. So, yeah, that's the bit you want to look at. I need to unpack the food I bought earlier. Aha! My new siphon. My new siphon. Needed this. This one's still in one piece. Yep. Zoom out a little. There we go. Right. I need to tidy up. I am now realizing the camera is going to be behind me, so I won't be able to see chat. I'm going to have to get the laptop, aren't I? Yep, let's get the laptop. Never mind, I have a tablet. Who needs a bulky laptop when you have a tablet? Right. Flour. Nice, massive bag of flour. There's no way that's fitting in here. Is that box strong enough to hold that? Yes, it is. Good. Sugar. Onions. Soldering iron. Soldering iron. Why is there a soldering iron in my kitchen? Yes, there's a soldering iron in my kitchen. That tablet's still not turned on. Why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? Stay! I need to sort that out. I really need to sort that out. Right, what are we cooking? That's the question. What am I cooking? I think I will make one of the worst meals I know how to make because I invented it. Tablet is starting. This is a Galaxy Tab 7. It's not even that old. Why are you so slow? I should just never turn this off. Is that what you're telling me? I should just never turn this off? Is the touchscreen even working? Yes, it is. Okay. This is a very slow tablet. Oh, it needs updating as well. You can go away. You can go away. Come on. I only want to open YouTube. That's it. I just want to open YouTube. Okay. Swap to my active account. Hey, we gained some subs during the stream. Thank you to everyone who subbed. Live on my channel. My tablet is so slow. Right. Can I edit the title of this stream to impromptu cooking stream? I'll edit it back to Troubleshooting GTX 580 SLI later. Impromptu cooking stream. Save. Come on, chat. Load. This is so slow. This is what you get when you turn your tablet off. Everything slows down. There we go. I now have chat. I can now see chat. Okay, problem solved. Let's make some food. Corn flour. Don't need you. Yeast. Don't need you. Not right now, anyway. Prince's chicken and white sauce. Gonna need you. Baked beans. Gonna need you. Chickpeas. We will not need. Go away, chickpeas. Actually, let's leave the stream running so I can see if I go out of frame massively. Yeah, there we go. You can just see my arm and massive shoulder. Cool. Right, first things first, wipe down this surface. Because it's disgusting. Well, no, that's going to have to be a wet wipe. Much better. Chopping board. Knife. That's right, I've got the knife. About to get dangerous. What am I even looking for right now? Okay, there I go, almost dropping my hydrometer again. Hydrometer. There is actually a T in that word. Get myself an onion. Get myself something to cook in. Let's try a wok. I need a better knife than that one. That's too small. Where's my better knife? There's my better knife. Oh, this one doesn't want to peel. Now that one was fine. Please Please update your tablet. Piss off. Trying to watch chat. What are we cooking? It doesn't have a name. I invented it one night when I was drunk. It takes absolutely no effort and tastes surprisingly good. So we're cooking something that doesn't have a name. And I'll tell you, it involves a chicken in white sauce and baked beans. What is a chicken in white sauce, you might ask? It is a chicken pie filling. This is what you're supposed to put in a chicken pie. And it's congealed. It's solid. Okay. Ah, yes. Processed chicken. Oh. This is not gourmet food. This is the kind of food that you might see on a stream like Uwu's Lab. If you're familiar with Uwu's Lab, which is a hilarious stream to watch, by the way. Yeah, chicken and white sauce. I can't even get the white sauce off of that fork. The annoying thing is the chicken's pre-cooked. This is peak, there's nothing in the fridge and you're pissed cuisine. That's what this is. This is peak, you're pissed and there's nothing in your fridge cuisine. But it tastes really good. It shouldn't, but it does. A massive can of new potatoes. Of which we're not going to need much. A few of the smaller ones. Yeah, one more for good measure. Put the rest of those in the fridge. Add in some sweet corn and frozen peppers, because if you buy fresh, they'll go bad before you use them. There you go, sweet corn and frozen peppers. And now, for the questionable part, we turn it on. We turn it on. Yeah, great. Now my bloody hob refuses to work first try. We add a load of paprika. Mixed herbs. Some pepper. I need a better grinder. An OXO cube. No, I'm kidding. Oh, yeah. Yeast killer. Let's put some yeast killer in there. No. A bit of hard cheese. Grated hard cheese. You'll be amazed how much that adds to the flavor. The tiniest dash of wheat infused soy sauce. Tiny little dash. And yes, that is wheat barley infused soy sauce. It tastes like partially fermented beer. salt. And we don't need any oil because the white sauce is, well, that will do all the job the oil would have done anyway. And now we wait for it to get up to temperature. It is already moving. It's moving. Not bubbling, pulsating. Yes, pulsating food. It's always a good sign. You'll need something to eat it on. I recommend a plate. Now, if I were completely mad, I would serve this over rice or maybe noodles. But I don't want to add an extra 20 minutes to this impromptu cooking stream if I can help it. I mean, I don't even need to cook right now. I could just eat these and pretend that that counts as a meal. It doesn't, but there's nothing stopping me. You bet it goes well with the Nutella. Oh, no, I'm not putting chocolate in this. Come on. You know what? I am actually going to add a little bit of oil. It's too thick. Where's my oil? Where's my good oil? Am I out of good oil? No. You know, I went shopping today. I could have bought oil. Didn't realise I was out. Tiny bit of oil. Should we put some cider vinegar in here just to give it some acidity? It's going to be rank if I do that, but that would be hilarious. An acid-infused chicken pie filling. Just for the memes? You think that anything I do is ever going to become a meme? I highly doubt that. Stop sticking to the fork. This is a spoon. Right. And now, beans. 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 Bean juices. The reason you add the beans last is you don't want to overcook the beans. They go really soggy and soft, and it's not nice. It just really affects the texture. As if the texture of this is going to be anything to be... Yeah, no. As if the texture of this is going to be that nice anyway, but you don't want soft, mushy beans, okay? Or at least I don't. I don't want soft, mushy beans. Why do I never leave enough water in this filter? I never leave enough water in that filter. I'm terrible. Okay, now that that's hot enough, I'm going to turn it down. And it needs to stay on low for about 5 to 10 minutes so that the potatoes soften. You don't want rock hard potatoes. Or at least I don't. This is the way. Fairly certain that if I were to join the Mandalorians, I would become an apostate overnight. There's no way that I would be able to stick to that code. Not the keep your helmet on at all times thing. It's just the creed of the Mandalorians. Honor, respect, and ritual. Nah. I'd become an apostate overnight. It wouldn't last. Plus, I'm too old to be a foundling. They'd never let me in. So, this is my kitchen. It is tiny, but at least I have room for an oven and a washing machine. Now that I've put the fridge in my living room. That's more than I can say for some studio flats. Actually, my flat is pretty big for a studio flat. That is fair. My flat is fairly large. There are a lot of... Wow, that gets stuck. There are a lot of studio flats that are just one room that someone's stuck a kitchen in. It is just a bedroom that someone's put a kitchen in the corner of. That's what they're calling a studio flat. It doesn't even have a bathroom. You have to use the shared bathroom in the building. I'm not ever renting any of those. Absolutely not. Do you know what? I have just realized, considering how compressed YouTube makes the live stream video, I might as well just use the tablet for the live stream, because then at least I've got a nice big display for chat. I should just run the live stream from the tablet. Or I should just buy a USB camera of some kind or a HDMI capture card and use my PC. At least then I'd be able to plug in an external microphone. Actually, no, that's something. Anyone ever watching this stream or the VOD of this stream, if you ever make it to this point, contact me via the email address tied to this account if you happen to have a webcam of some description you are willing to donate. Because every time I have ever bought a webcam, it has arrived broken or I have sold it within a month. This plate isn't big enough. I've made too much food. Let's get a pasta bowl. Have I bought them used? Sadly, no. Every webcam I ever buy, I buy them new. Or at least every webcam I can remember buying, I have bought new. So it is a tremendous waste of money. But it is a habit that I have developed from the 14 years that I have been doing YouTube. Every time I buy a webcam, it lasts me at most 4 weeks. And then I get rid of it. And it's not like I am opposed to having a webcam and being on camera. That's not the issue. The issue seems to be finding value in owning one. You know what? I'm going to put a pinch of garlic in this. Pinch of garlic. Why not? Yeah, definitely garlic. That's more than a pinch. That's a lot more than a pinch. That's going to upset the entire balance of the meal. How's it tasting? Not bad. Almost tastes like curry. There's a slight creamy spiciness to it. Don't know where that spice is coming from, to be honest. I haven't put any in there. But almost tastes like curry. Almost tastes like food. Technically, everything in there is edible. Whether or not you would want to eat it is the question. You know, this is the first time I've wanted somewhere to sit down in this kitchen. If there wasn't a giant cupboard above the work surface behind me right now, I could just sit on here. But no, there's a cupboard. I can't actually sit here because I would break my neck trying to hunch over like that. I'll turn that up a little. Yeah, now it's boiling. Bubbling. Pulsing. Throbbing. I am suddenly feeling really lightheaded. Why? Let's just ruin the audio quality even more by turning the ceiling fan on. Yeah, let's turn the ceiling fan on and ruin the audio quality for the rest of the stream. I could zoom in a little. There you go. Audio fan ASMR. Yeah, the ceiling fan has two issues. One, it's the only air that you get in this entire room. There's no extractor fan in this room. Let me zoom back out. Right. There is no extraction of fumes in this room. So I installed a ceiling fan that my mother found on TikTok Shop. It partially melted the first time that I made stew after buying it. So now it's warped. So it ticks when it spins. How fun. And yeah, there's no airflow. Like, that's my living room over there. So there's nowhere that the air could go. And there's a building that way. So there's nowhere the air could go. The only extraction fan I have is in my bathroom, which is about 7 feet that way. Not anywhere near close enough to catch all the fumes and vapors you get from cooking. So without that ceiling fan, everything in here gets coated in whatever I've recently cooked. And the ceiling absorbs moisture like a sponge. Whoever laid out this kitchen has absolutely no concern for the longevity of anything in this kitchen. There is a reason that I have a sealed rice dispenser. That is an airtight rice dispenser. Because without it, the rice would get soggy from how damp the air in here gets every time I cook, which would ruin the rice. And I eat a lot of rice, so I do not want that rice ruined. This kitchen isn't great. I've been able to make some amazing meals in here, but this kitchen, I hate it. I'm also apparently sneezing now. Now, I have made some pretty good meals in here. There's no problem cooking in here. It's just, it's not a particularly comfortable kitchen. The meal looks kind of grim. Okay, fine. It's just an orange soup of stuff. You will be surprised how good it tastes. Like, I can't physically feed it to you through the phone, but you will be surprised how good this tastes. I'm going to eat some. That's really good. That is really good. I've eaten worse. I've eaten better, but I've eaten worse. Much worse. Oh, potatoes are almost done. Okay. 3 or 4 more minutes. It'll be done and ready to cook. Ready to cook. It'll be done and ready to eat. I'm not cooking it twice. Although that probably wouldn't hurt anything. Put it in a pie, stick it in the oven. Just pretend that it's still pie filling. Do I have any pie? Pie crust? Do I have any pie crust? I don't think so. I could probably make some. Enhanced pie filling. Now, the only pie filling worth anything is steak and ale, or steak, kidney, and ale. Steak and kidney on its own is fine, but if you have ale in there as well, it's delicious. Only issue is you don't want store-bought steak and kidney. You need to make it yourself with real steak meat. You know, sirloin, ribeye. Had enough of that fan now. Notification, new voicemail. I doubt that. I haven't got any missed calls. Give it 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. What's burning? You starting a stick? No. Why do I smell burning? What is burning? Something smells like burning and there's nothing burning. It's not sticking, because this is actually a decent wok. So, what? Has the PC caught fire? No. What is burning? Oh, God. If that tastes like burning now, I'm not going to be happy. Okay, that's time. Let's dish up. straight into the pasta dish. Get every last scrape out of the pan. Don't want to leave anything in here. Okay. See if I can get around the tripod to put this in my sink. Yep. And now, to prove that it's edible, I will eat some on camera. And then I will cancel the stream. And okay, well, if you gotta call it for a night, at least stay for the first bite. Let me prove that it's edible. I'm going to take a chunk of potato, some chicken, everything. It's all on one fork. Wait, that's too hot. I can't describe how that tastes. It just melts in your mouth. The chicken is so moist and stringy, it just falls apart. The potatoes are partially boiled. They've got a tiny bit of crisp to them, but they're nice and soft when you chew. The beans just incorporate everything together. I don't know why this works or how I really came up with it, other than I was drunk. These were the components that I had on hand. Like, I just had this at that time, and I put it together, and it worked. This is truly a everything that's left in the fridge type of meal. Regardless, that is the end of the stream, because it is almost 11 p.m. at night, and I still have things I need to do if I want to be able to pay my bills. So, see you tomorrow.